And for more now, let's go live to Dominic Valitis in Geneva. Dominic.
Okay, well, we saw in that report there the recent upsurge in violence on the ground in Syria, and that, of course, has had a huge impact on the peace talks here in Geneva. And joining me now is Dr. Yahya Al-Aridi, advisor for the High Negotiations Committee. Dr. Al-Aridi, let's start first of all. Was it not a counterproductive move on the part of the HNC to postpone these talks?
Well, it is a misfortunate thing for peace, for Syria, and for quietness, for some settlement, for some relief for Syrian people. But there is somebody out there who doesn't care about this and with insistence on making Syrians pay a price continuously to keep that Shah in power. And being here, talking about peace, and at the same time with children being under the bombardment of barrel bombs and markets being devastated by the aeroplanes, is intolerable. And we cannot be witnesses to here talking about peace and at the same time witnesses to these atrocities that are being perpetrated by a criminal regime.
Bearing in mind what you're saying there, bearing in mind the upsurge in violence on the ground, and bearing in mind the rhetoric that's coming from within the HNC, from some of the members of the HNC itself, are these talks over?
I don't think they are over, because there is interest in the international community about bringing peace to Syria. But there is somebody out there who is obstructing all these efforts. Actually, the HNC calls on Russia to exercise some sort of pressure on this outlaw. And he doesn't care at all, and just presenting rhetoric to the world and continuing with these atrocities against Syrian people, and with the main target being just staying in power. Now, staying in power at the expense of Syrian people shouldn't be acceptable to anybody in the world.
What hope for peace in Syria? The talks are pretty much dead in the water. Violence is on the uptake. Is peace a realistic opportunity?
Well, it should be. It should be something, a goal not only for the people negotiating, not only for the people who are supporting Assad.
Okay, sorry to interrupt, Dr. Al-Aridi. Thank you. We're running out of time. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. We are expecting to hear later on today from the Syrian delegation. Bashar al-Jafari will be speaking. He will be joined by the UN Special Envoy for Syria's deputy. So we're not sure exactly what we're going to get out of that, but we'll come back to you later with some more information.
OK, we look forward to it. Dominic, thank you very much for that. That's Dominic Valitis in Geneva there.